What is up, everyone? Welcome to another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. Today we're gonna go over my 6 teams that I'm using versus the Mekkatorque in the Otherworld event for season 2. And I gotta say it, I've done some changes to some of the teams and they are absolutely busted. There are a couple of teams that are just absolutely crazy. I'm gonna walk you through each one of the teams individually. I still need to basically do one more run today, and we're gonna start with that. I'm gonna walk you through basically all of the details on how you can achieve the best possible result. Before we dive into it, if you guys want to put your hand on free Heliolite dice, gems or / warm arrows and tons of other goodies, you can either click on the link in the description down below or the pinned comment. Either go to the event at the bottom right behind my big head. You're gonna have the bonus event tab. And right here, you can click on the link to the content creators. It will bring you to this website. Use code Skratch. You're going to be able to claim some additional rewards when you use the code. And once the event is over, every single one of you guys that are using code Skratch will get Heliolite dice, gems, and other goodies. And just to say thank you to all of you guys that are using code Skratch to support the channel, I am hosting daily giveaways in my Discord. So make sure you guys jump in. But let's dive into the main topic. The 6 teams that we are running for the endgame, right? So I'm going to start by showing you the result that I had yesterday, okay? So if we're going to go right here to the damage ranking, and let's have a quick look at what we had yesterday. Almost 5 billion. Now, I'm going to exceed that by 100, 200 million or so. Basically, this was my poison team yesterday. I haven't really necessarily changed much in terms of gear and stuff or strategy, comparing it with what I initially had. But I managed to get a better score today, and I'm going to explain you once we get to it why. Then we used the Necrosis team, almost 1.1 billion. We did a bit better today because I've done some small changes. Then we had the Burn team. This was by far the biggest gainer because we gained to almost 200 million. I could have saved it at 1.27 and I didn't. And then I ended up in saving it at 1.22. Lost there like 50 plus million, but hey. And this has some interesting changes. This is the most busted team out of all of them. This is my rally team. From yesterday. This is something that you need to do on manual if you're running Filto. I'm going to explain you why and basically share with you guys a couple of different tips as well. This is my Frost team. I am not running Ice Blast. So I've managed to squeeze in some better damage with the Frost. In fact, today I actually got better damage too. But we're going to go over builds and everything. Hocha, they're actually putting in some serious work. And the final team was a secondary poison. I've tried Ice Blast, I've tried Thunderbolt, which was the most disappointing thing. I cannot understand how it can be so freaking weak versus this boss. But either way, I decided to go with a secondary poison team because I do have the champions available. Now, if we are talking about today, okay, you've seen what we had yesterday. Today, we are right here. We haven't done all of the runs yet, but this is my poison team. We have 1.2 billion today. So we gain a bit there. This is my Necrosis team. We have 1.115. So we gain like 30 plus million in here. This is the Burn team. We gain like 140. I could have gained literally almost 200. But we changed something in here. And that is Huldark. I'm going to explain you how this works because it's pretty damn crazy. Then this is my Frost team. I haven't changed anything. It's just better RNG, so that's 478. This team can take me to 500 million, but it's a lot of RNG. The reason why I'm saying it is because I've seen Vitar's numbers in one run, and the rest performed kind of like crappy, and she had like 40-50 million damage on top of what she dealt in this run. So with good RNG, that can happen. And of course, the secondary poison team, which only gained like a few millions. Haven't really done any changes in here whatsoever. But let me just quickly show you how to build and to run the rally team. So that's something that we haven't done just yet. So I want to do it right now together with you guys. So it basically shows you everything that you need to know. And this is not a team. I'm not even sure why that one is here, because it's not even saved. So Mecha Rally. Now, since yesterday, I've managed to get an extra copy of Filto, which actually are bumping up my stats quite a bit. So I have too much crit rate. I'll be looking to see if I can drop some of the crit rate for more crit damage. So I'll be looking at attack, crit damage, anything that can push me well past this stage right here. I could probably try to gain more attack like this. I need to see if I have any other pieces right here at the bottom that would enable me to get some more crit damage. That's basically kind of like the end goal. It is pretty hard because my gear kind of sucks. I have a few good pieces, but a lot of them are really rubbish. So this could potentially be one. This is 17 to 76. I could actually temper this. 8. And no attack, but I should be getting some tomorrow. And now I'm losing 16 crit damage. That's a lot of crit damage to lose just to drop crit rate, right? It almost doesn't make sense. This is a 9.5, but we are gaining 266 attack. And we're already going to have like stupid high crit damage anyway. I'm quickly going to check if I can actually bring in something from here to change this piece, because they're exactly the same and I cannot. And because of it, I'm going to have to basically keep it as it is. There's literally not much that I can do. I can't drop this crit rate because it's pointless. I could try and drop this one maybe. So let's see. Attack, anything that gives me more crit damage. Unfortunately, not. So it's pointless to try and drop the crit rate. There's literally nothing that I can do to drop the crit rate and get higher crit damage because the gear does not allow me. So I'm quickly going to load this back because I don't want to use that piece. Let's do that. We can keep the crit damage aura. You can use the attack aura. It's really up to you what you're planning to do. Just for the sake of it, I'm going to go with the attack aura because it seems to work better for me. We're going to gain a lot of crit damage anyway from Gladys. Like, we're going to have stupid high crit damage. This is the team. This is the positioning. You do want to have him right here in the middle so he can shoot all of them. He has this ultimate skill that shoots in a straight line, 3 tiles. So like this, he's going to hit here, here, and here. We are using Gladys. Gladys is here to basically not only give us some damage, but is basically here to support the team. She's going to buff, and she's going to give so much crit damage with the artifact to Filto that he's going to go absolutely bananas. Now, I do have her built on a Frost Taint set. I could use that on a different character if I want to, but that means that I would have to drop either the Emissary set, either drop the Brotherhood set, okay? One or the other to kind of like make it work perfectly. If you don't have Gladys, use Alton, use Huber. Just use a different legendary that you have from Rally that does damage to, okay? That's the best thing that I can tell you. But then build them for damage, and you will have to probably drop a different set. I should try it really as well, because I think it's going to be a bit more beneficial, but we're going to keep it as it is. Then we have Gillian. Gillian needs to be on a Puppeteer with the Gatekeeper staff, and we need her to go on a 2-to-1 ratio, which means she needs to use this skill on a 15-second cycle. But we're going to get to the skill timing in a second. You can check all of the talents. There's no point to click on all of them because mainly they're pretty much all the same. Then you have Laurentil. He is with a Brotherhood and with a downpipe organ. As much attack as you can carry, basically. If you can give him some damage, that's great. And Rose will be applying the Witch's Remains with an Emissary piece, and you want to have as much skill haste as possible. You need her to go on a 15-second rotation as well. Very, very important to be able to put that increased attack before the boss is absolutely demolishing you. and to put the defense down for Filto. And then these are the talents which are not necessarily as relevant. This is probably the most important one. Other than that, is Filto with a big boom. The best artifact in slot is Hysteria. If you do not have Filto and you have Huberg, use Huberg instead, and you can do full Oro. You won't have to manual. The reason why I'm manualing with Filto is because he's going to gain ultimate energy, which will allow him to basically hit the ads twice in a cycle. You're going to see exactly how that happens, and that's why we are manualing, okay? Skill timing. This is what we have right here. He's going to start at 11.5 default because we need to manual his entire thing. And this is the best timing I came up with. 11.3 on her to put that decrease attack and defense down as fast as possible. Everybody is on a 15-second cycle, including Filto, but you're going to see why we cannot do it on Oro. I wish they would make the whole system a bit more, how to put it, more user-friendly, allowing us to set up how to use skills and stuff. So the skill timing just to be a bit more complex, right? So we are using the attack aura. Let's crack on with the run. We're going to put it on 3x speed because if not, it's going to be too fast for me. So that's Filto. Using the ultimate, bang. And the skill timing is very important, especially on Gillian. She needs to use that at 14 seconds because we need Filto to do this. Boom. Again, you saw? So Filto used the ultimate skill twice in, 6, 7, 8, 9 seconds. Then you're going to remove his ultimate. You're not going to let him use it again. And you're going to wait till that phase comes again. And all you're going to do is basically this. As soon as you see Rose proccing her skill, use that. Now, if you do not have Rose, you're going to have to swap this team around. You're going to need somebody else to apply the defense down. And you're going to need another support in the team. Preferably another healer. And then you're going to have to put that defense down artifact on Gladys or a different character that is going to be instead available instead of it, basically, right? So there we go. As soon as Rose goes, Filto goes too. Boom. I'm going to let him do the boom again. And then I'm just going to stop him. And there you go. And now I could maybe risk it and let him use it again because I think it just happened before. So why not? Let me just see. Do one versus the boss. And now we are gaining it back. Yeah, so you can actually let it go. Almost full auto. If we could delay him here like a little bit, that would be amazing. I think I've just messed it up because I clicked on his ultimate way too slow. And I've just missed one ultimate, unfortunately, because I was talking to you guys. But that's basically how you are running the rally team. Now, I'm not going to keep you in here through the entire run because probably I'm going to have to restart this because I've messed it up right there. But I'm going to take you to the final result and then we're going to move to the other teams. Right, so we're near the end, guys. I'm going to show you basically what we're doing from here. I'm not letting him use the ultimate more than twice. I don't let him use it after like we've done at the beginning because it's desyncing, so that's not a good idea. I thought that I'll try it because why not? It seemed like it was working, but it's not. So one thing that I was gonna say, hopefully nobody's gonna die. It seems like we lost Gladys, so I'm gonna have to retry this one again because yeah, it's just not good enough. We would have probably got somewhere close to 650 million if Gladys was still up and running. The whole idea is you want to have Gillian as fast as she is, using her skill at the exact same time to make sure that after Filto is using the ultimate, she's going to come in with a Puppeteer set, push the ultimate energy even more, allowing him to go twice before the little ads disappear. Pardon me. But basically, that's the whole idea behind this team. I'm going to have to run it after in the background. But let me just quickly move to some of the other teams. As usual, all of the team codes will be in the pinned comment. I'm just briefly gonna explain you the teams because I've already done videos on them. I'm basically gonna let you know what's changed because if I do more than that, we're gonna end up with a 1 hour long video. and that's really not good. Let's actually go to one of the dungeons. It's going to be easier to kind of like drag all of the characters on the map, because I will quickly show you positioning as well. So let's go with the burn team. Okay, this is the craziest one. So that's what we've done right here. We dropped Berengar for Huldark. The whole idea is that the boss will get into a state of damage reduction. Okay, when you apply a crowd control debuff like blind, fear, and charm, if I remember it correctly, or something like that. So what you're gonna do when you start the run, let's just say the boss is in front. So Skratch is the boss, right? Positioning is not necessarily that important. You put them like this. The boss is right here where my mouse is. Imagine that. You start the run, okay? And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna let Huldark use the ultimate once, okay? And then you stop it. That's it. You let them go on as they are doing it right now. You're not doing anything else. But you still need to manual it, because you need to stop the ultimate on Huldark. And that is extremely important, just for the simple fact that that will bring in the damage reduction, and it will allow that debuff from the battle skill to stack. And that damage reduction is going to go up to 90%. You're not going to take any damage whatsoever with this team. Your team will be on full HP throughout the entire duration of the fight. And that's crazy, because you might be wondering, we have no healing gear on any of our characters. How the heck is that even possible? It's just this blind attack penalty constantly on the boss, which does not allow the boss to do damage. It's just crazy. But you need to stop the ultimate skill. So this is the build on Huldark. The talents are not really that important. We have him on an emissary to boost the damage. Accuracy, you want to have some skill haste, mainly for the battle skill. The more the merrier, of course. Then we have Skratch, as much crit damage, attack as you can get. Crit rate, you only need on paper 60% crit rate, because you're gaining some 70% crit rate, sorry, because you're gaining some from the artifact and from the stats. These are his talents, and these are the best mythical pieces to use. I've tried different ones. None of them give me more damage than this. Then we have Duram right here, the same, fully built for damage, get some accuracy. You can see his talents, and that's pretty much it with him. We have Carve on a Brotherhood with the Witch's Remains. I squeezed in some damage on him too, because why not? These are the talents. Since I don't necessarily need to tank them up like I had them with Berengar, I don't have to stress about it, right? And it's the same strategy with Berengar as well. I think it's a weird interaction with when they're using the ultimate skill and battle skill, something that causes them to don't use the battle skill at the same time, which might delay it. And because of it, you're not putting those stacks up. But if you stop their ultimate skills after you use it once, then they're just going to use the battle skill non-stop. The reason why you want to use the ultimate skill at least once is to land debuffs to increase the damage multipliers on your team, basically, right? Very, very important. And the final one is Biggs with a Taint set and the Crown of the Unclean, because we already have decreased attack, so this is going to be an additional debuff. And yeah, a bit of damage on him too, because they take no damage from the boss, which is crazy. Skill timing, this is what we have on, okay? This is what it worked the best for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this team. You can only use one aura, and this is the positioning. But imagine that the boss is not onto the side like we have it in the dungeon, is at the top, right? That's how I'm showing you basically the positioning. Let's move on to the next team. So we're done with the burn. Let's bring in the frost. So the positioning on this is really not that important, but because we're going to imagine pretty much the exact same thing we were imagining before, we're going to do this, okay? So this was my positioning. These are the places where the ads will spawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Vitar will hit them all with a battle skill when she's using this. And then he's going to be able to turn around, hit them as well with this without a problem. And he's going to be able to buff the rest of the team. I'm not going to start a run with this because it's pointless. There is no secret about it. This team stays alive pretty good. If you do not have Donella, you need to bring in another character that can land a lot of debuffs. That's her only role in the team. 1 debuff, 2 debuffs. The stun doesn't really work. 3. If this procs to, I can't remember. Yeah. So that's 30% more damage directly. At each buff you land on the boss, different buff will give you 10% damage boost. She's built on an emissary set, just accuracy, skill haste, so she can go on a 2-to-1 ratio as well at 15 seconds to make sure we're keeping that decrease attack on and survive. We have Ardrat with a Brotherhood set with a Gatekeeper's staff. So we're not running any ancestral protection or anything like that. In fact, I think this is something that I've changed yesterday. We have this piece to boost a bit of damage with the shield, and we have shield talents as well. Then we have Hochadir. I did try him with the Frost artifact, which is this one right here, but the mask, the Whisper of the Consumer, works much, much better. And the build on him, pretty straightforward. Damage build, damage, talents as well. Very, very important, right? But you need the accuracy too, so you need at least 200 accuracy. Then we have Vitar, full damage, no accuracy, and I'm not using her exclusive artifact because this one works better. Okay, at least from what I've seen. It might be just bad RNG. I haven't really retried it again with the exclusive, but the Ring of Winter, it worked much better on Vitar. Now, if you don't have Vitar, you can bring in Vidimir. And you're going to have to do the exact same thing I've done with the rally team. Manual Vidimir, because he's going to be able to do it as well. But you're going to have to play it a bit smarter with a Puppeteer set and other things to make sure he will be able to go. I might have to have a look if he is able to do it, or he needs a Puppeteer, or he doesn't. But I'll be doing that from the free-to-play account. I intended to do that for today. No time, unfortunately. Tomorrow is my birthday. I won't be doing it. That's a fact. Or I might try in the morning, but I don't promise you guys. So just so you're aware of it. Then we have Losenia, fully built for damage as well, with the Witch's Remains. Okay. I could have brought in a different set, like the Tainted one, to basically gain a different debuff. But it's no point for it because you're going to get the Frost from here. Frost and whatever is called the other one, right? It's just basically their bonus. You see? The Frozen. So it will apply Frozen from here. So that will be an additional debuff. That Taint set is going to be pointless with this team. Skill timing. This is what we have on. Default for her will be faster than 10.2. Just so you know, because she has the Rift Hourglass, right? But for the rest of them, that's what I have on. Now, moving on to the next team. So we are not using this burn team anymore. I showed you the rally. I showed you the frost. What else we have? Poison team. So for the poison team, I haven't really done many changes, or at least I don't think so. I'm quickly going to show you how I am positioning them. So basically, Vikana is going to run this. You need to keep her as far away from the boss as possible. On the previous video that I've made, I know she was more towards the front. I was kind of like trying to figure that out, like, is she targeting only the boss? Is that piece activating only for the boss or for the minions? Where the heck should I keep her? And then I was like, you know what? F all that. I'm just going to chuck her in the corner and call it a day, basically, because you don't know what to do. Now, I did made one change today, actually. I just remembered. So I've put Twitch in this corner. The other two doesn't really matter. Like this is irrelevant. What matters is Twitch being right here, equipped with one of these pieces. If you want to have that extra debuff to deal 10% more damage, you will have to put this on Twitch, okay? If you have it on him, and I do, it never lands, because he already has high resistance. The chance for it to proc is very low, and I think is crazy RNG in this fight, anyway, with this particular piece of mythical gear. So that's why I decided to give one to Twitch today, and it worked much, much better. Now, I am running the resistance aura. skill timing for this team, we have the following, okay? And this is full auto. I'm not doing nothing whatsoever. One thing to keep in mind as well with this is that the boss is at the top, not here at the front, right? When you're doing your positioning, because I know the characters are facing that way. If we're going to move on to the... Actually, I haven't showed you the builds. Let's not move on to the next. So this is Durango. These are the talents on him. Witches Remains, a Brotherhood. You need one of these pieces on him. He's the best character to use this piece because he will enable all the rest to do derivative damage through the entire duration of the fight. Then we have Ogok. You need a lot of skill haste on him. You need him to be able to use the skill on a 15-second rotation if you want to keep your team alive. If not, you're gonna die early. So if you are not able to get him with so much skill haste, just completely drop this set and put on him a Puppeteer set to enable him to use his skill on a 15-second rotation, okay? But resistance, accuracy, good enlightenment, so we actually generate some healing, and of course, we have some of these talents for shield to try and boost our damage more. Then Twitch, these are his talents. You can see them just by the icon. This is the most important artifact on him because it will increase the chances to land poisons with every single skill that he has, and that will boost the damage for Vikana. And rest, mythical gear, accuracy, enlightenment, attack. Then we have Corin is built with an emissary set with the Titan Rib. He will land debuffs with a battle skill, which is fine. That set is constantly going to be active. And if you really want to, you can put an emissary set on Ogok, put the other set on him, and like that, you're going to gain 20% more skill haste on your Ogok. But for me, it works fine as it is. And it doesn't matter how much attack and enlightenment you have on Corin because his damage is shit anyway. All you care about is having accuracy, resistance, and some survivability. And the final one is Vikana. As much enlightenment and attack as humanly possible. You can see the talents right here. And mythical gear. These are the 4 best pieces that I've tried that actually gave me the best result out of all the rest. I've tried using different mythical pieces as well, but for whatever reason, these ones seem to work better. Maybe it's just RNG. Who knows? But we do have the Queen's Fan on her. Vikana is the most important character for this team. If you do not have Vikana, with Twitch on his own and the rest of the characters that we have right here, you're easily going to break the 200 million. On my free-to-play account, I only have Twitch as a legendary, and I'm doing well over 200 million by using some epics and rares, but I'm using 2 support characters there because, of course, I do not have Ogok. And moving on to the next team, I have a secondary poison team with Tolwar, Rheita, Slay, Jatalia, and, of course, Lotair. This is the one that dealt 400 plus million damage. The positioning for this is the most irrelevant thing ever. It just does not matter whatsoever, okay? You can put them like this, it doesn't matter. Builds, and then we're going to talk about skill timing. This is Lotair with the exclusive artifact. Basically, I've moved some of the gear from Vikana, gave it to him. As much attack and enlightenment as possible. And you can see the talents right there. If you don't have his exclusive, use the Serpent. If you don't have the Serpent, you will have to use something else that will enable him to do damage, like the Vile Ink. Then this is Tolwar. The reason why Tolwar is in here is because he's bringing debuffs. Healing reduction, we have attack penalty, accuracy penalty. There is no other better character to do the job from what I have available on the account. Unless I've missed something and maybe I can find something juicier. But I really don't think we have anything juicier than this, right? Like if we're looking at debuffers and stuff like that, I already have more or less the same debuffs with the characters that I have on. So there isn't much else that I could bring. Maybe, actually no, that's healing prohibit. Ooh, this will make a massive damage reduction. but she won't really do much else. Potentially an extra debuff because of that charm, if he's gonna count as a debuff on it. I might try her tomorrow instead of Tolwar. He's not that great because he's in his range, so he's not gonna hit a lot of enemies. That's the problem with him, to land the poisons, because I know a lot of you guys were asking. Horus as well, not that great, but a bit better, so you could potentially use him. The whole idea with this team is Reyta will heal them with the talent. You want to have her as well on a Rift Hourglass Emissary, and she's going to go on a 15-second cycle, okay? Very, very important. Just accuracy. You don't need resistance or anything with this team. Slay, Brotherhood, this mythical piece on him as well. Witches Remains, and basically some Enlightenment, accuracy, and attack. But that's not that deep either, not that important, right? But he's on a Brotherhood set. Then we have Jatalia, fully built for damage with the Statue of the Serpent Deity. The best artifact in slot for her, based on what I've tested. None of the other ones gave me more damage, even though I've tried like 3 different artifacts. You just want to have attack, enlightenment, accuracy. Full mythical gear on her. You've seen the talents. And you've seen Tolwar before with this set. Now, the Rugros Blast Jar is pretty important to be able to drop more... higher numbers. To be able to drop the damage that the boss is dealing. Sorry, my bad. I'm kind of losing it. But I'm going to try Ashes tomorrow. That charm that she can bring is going to be bigger than this. And additional debuffs. And I could give her maybe the Crown of the Unclean, which will be another debuff. Which could push my damage maybe to 460, 70, maybe 500 million. Skill timing for this team, guys. We have the following. As you can see it right here. Tolwar is just running wild. I don't care about what he's doing. The other ones are on 30-second cycles. And that's it pretty much. Okay. For this team. And we have the final team, the Necrosis. Now, I've done some changes to this as well. And I'm going to explain it to you in a second. Basically, the positioning for this will be the following, okay? That's what we have on, okay? Facing the boss that way. This is my Dark Lady. These are the talents. An Emissary set. As much attack as I can squeeze in, because she's going to give those stats to the rest of the team. Witches Remains. Then we have Urzilas with a Puppeteer set. Rift Hourglass. As much skill haste as you can get. And I'm going to explain you that in a second. Why these are the talents. Then we have Bernard. She's on a Taint set. Tide. I keep calling it Tide for whatever reason. Taint set. Frost Taint. With the Crown of the Unclean. As much skill haste as I can get on her as well. These are her talents. And because of it, they are both going to run wild. So this is the skill timing, okay? She's running wild. She's not doing nothing. He's not desynced. He's gonna go twice, but I want to have him go at the same time all the time. And because he can do 15-second cycle, I've timed it to go like this. But Bernard, on the other hand, is gonna be harder to time on a 15-second cycle because she cannot achieve that. So I'm just letting her run wild, and that enables my entire team to get my Lelwonis into the dragon form really quick and do a lot of damage. And the build on Lelwonis, full mythical gear, thankfully this time around is slightly better than in the past. Still not ascended for her. That would be a huge upgrade. The crit damage, the attack, if they would be like S plus pieces. The talents. So I don't have full crit rate. I only have 92.6 crit rate. But I'm running this talent, okay? And I just wanted to play around a bit with it. I've tried different gear, dropped the crit rate, more crit damage, but I've dropped too much attack. It did not work too good. And we have Centralia basically with as much attack as possible on a Brotherhood set. That's pretty much it for my 6 teams, guys. That's how you're running each one of them. These are the changes that I've done in order to get a much better result today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What teams are you running? How are they performing? Etc. I will catch you all in the next one. Don't forget, use code Skratch to claim free rewards. Much love. Peace.